Barbeck is a proud sponsor of local H&R Preps.
Kelly, I just got a new cell phone. It's awesome. And I just shot a video of Nick at the game tonight. Oh my God, he is so cute. I'll send it to you right now.
We help you stay connected with a cute picture here and there. Buy local. Buy Barbeck.
Hello and welcome to this week's Preps Preview alongside Justin Conn. I'm Leroy Bridges, back from break. Had quite a busy week of tournament basketball action, but we're back. Some movement in top fives has to be because of so much action last week.
I have a little movement in my top five. I will.
I'm excited about that.
I left St. Anthony at number 5. They played well in their tournament, so didn't see any reason to move them off of there. Number 4, Nokomis. I don't think they played in a holiday tournament,
didn't.
so but they didn't do anything to lose their spot.
Exactly.
I moved Lincoln down to 3 this week.
Okay.
They didn't play well against Eisenhower. They lost to Quincy. I think they expected to play better at the Collinsville tournament than they did. So I felt not a big drop there, but and we'll see. I know they play Southeast this week, so that's the big
Good test.
That's the big test. But I dropped them down to number 3 this week. Moved Windsor up to number 2. They haven't lost yet, so they deserve to move up.
Definitely.
And they have a big game Tuesday against Teutopolis, who's number 1 still. I know they lost to Galesburg in their tournament. Didn't play real well in that game, but that is a much larger school. It's a big 3A school in Galesburg, so I didn't penalize them too bad for that. They're a lower number 1 on my poll than they were before, but they're still number 1.
Yeah, they were head and shoulders above, I think, for both of us.
Yeah.
Looking at mine, got quite a bit of movement. Maybe a surprise to some people. I'm trying to get ahead of the curve. My number 5 team, Cerro Gordo, a county team. They went out and won the St. Teresa Christmas tournament, which I know isn't necessarily a huge feat because the field isn't the strongest around, but they're 6-0 against Ocala teams.
That's right.
They're off to a great start, and I don't know, just trying to get some county love in there. I mean, The Broncos are playing much better ball than I thought they would be right
Though
now.
their 2 losses are to a county team in Sangamon Valley.
Exactly.
But I can see it. I consider them there as well. I don't think it's a bad pick.
Sounds good. Number 4, Nokomis, again, hasn't done much recently because of not being in a tournament, but Derek Burke, what he's able to do for them. It'll be interesting to see how they kind of continue to progress because I know they picked up some pretty good wins as going into break.
Yeah, they had a good stretch there.
Yeah. Number 3, Lincoln, dropped them to a spot because of that Collinsville tournament performance. I think it's just a victim of their own high standards, kind of thing right there. Number 2, Teutopolis.
Oh,
They dropped them from the top spot. They looked really good. I covered them against Charleston. TJ Bell against that D1 player. He looked really good early, and then they just kind of pulled away. It shocks me that they lost to Galesburg, putting up only 30-some points. I mean, seeing that team and how it can score and the number of shooters it has, wow, what a bad game for them. But really, just because of how awesome Windsor's playing right now. They rolled through the Tri-County Holiday Tournament. I guess we'll find out who's right in that Tuesday matchup. I mean, should be an awesome game.
1 versus 2 on Tuesday. That's going to be sweet.
Exactly, and I think both of these teams are going to make long runs in the state tournament in each of their classes.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Looking ahead, MacArthur-Eisenhower Friday. Should be an interesting matchup. I know the first game was pretty close. Eisenhower had a late lead and was also in the bonus. Didn't take advantage of it. MacArthur kind of slipped away and won in the Turkey tournament. Who do you have in this? I know we're actually kind of on 2 different sides of the table here.
Though I will say there's a chance for me to waffle here just because of we don't know who's going to be back.
Already talking about waffling. I like that.
Hey man, I got to be honest. I got to be honest here.
That's fine.
MacArthur could have Reggie Anderson and Chad Jones back. I mean, those are 2 major players for them. I mean, that could make a huge difference in this game. I do without those guys, or even maybe the first night back, which this would be. I'll take Eisenhower. I like what Robert Calmes and also Marquis Affalone bring. Chris Martin as well. I think they've sort of maybe defined it a little bit. I thought they looked better when I saw them against Mount Zion. They played decent in the Collinsville tournament than they had when I saw them last year. I think they've taken steps.
I think, to me, I favor MacArthur. They won the first game without Chad Jones and Reggie Anderson. So those are 2 additions and big additions.
Right.
And I don't know, there's something about MacArthur. It's almost kind of the safe pick to me. I think maybe Eisenhower might have more upside, but from night to night, I just don't know. Their consistency, especially out of Calmes and Affalone, they could turn it over 30 times in a game and then 10 or shoot 20% or shoot 40. So
it's a great
I don't know.
point. It's a great point. You bring. I think it's a great point you bring up. I'm kind of going on that upside.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that plays out. It should be interesting, and there's no doubt if Chad Jones and Reggie Anderson return, I think they were out because of grades. Classes start up on Monday. Not quite sure when eligibility kind of kicks in.
Right.
Called Coach Phillips. Haven't heard back from him either way. So that's going to be a good storyline to kind of follow there.
Right.
Looking ahead to the Ocala Valley Conference, I mean, we've learned quite a bit through these holiday tournaments. Right now, or maybe we haven't.
Maybe you have. I'm still at a complete loss in the Ocala, which is why this is going to be fun.
Well, exactly. Then being at a complete loss, try and project out the top 3.
All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to give them to you in order here.
Okay.
I still think Meridian has the most talent. I know, obviously they've had a tough time with this Derek Cookson tragedy, and also they have struggled, defensively. They've been really inconsistent. I still think they have the most talent. I still like them to win the conference. Anything after that, I really am not sure. But I'll say I'm going to take Tuscola number 2.
Okay.
I saw them against Neoga. They lost the game. But we talked a little bit about, they have a lot of athletes that run the football field that kind of make up their backcourt. Kind of role players on this team, but good players. And they have 2 big men inside, Chase Little being one of them, who aren't spectacular, but they get the ball in the hole. I think they might be the most complete team.
Which is kind of crazy because going in, I definitely didn't.
Never would have thought that. No. Never would have thought that. And then I'm going to go to St. Teresa number 3. They got to get Tuath back, and that's if they don't have him back soon, you got to drop them off there. But I think Aaron Michael might be one of the best players in the conference, and mixed with Tuath, I think they could be tough to beat if they can get healthy and get it going.
Yeah. It's been a very interesting start to the season. I think exactly how we expected with not knowing very much. Looking at my top 3, number 1, I doubted Coach Binkley going to the county tournament. I'm not going to do it here. I'm just not going to do it. I'm sold on Cody Huggins and Jacob Taylor. I'm sold on them. So I'm putting them at number 1. Number 2, Tuscola. Again, saw them play once, and I bought in right away. I mean, those guys, the big guys they've got are scrappy down low. They're going to give anybody's posts trouble.
They can score.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not spectacular, but they can get it done down there.
Number 3, Meridian, just because of the sheer talent on that roster. If they can get it together, at least for a little bit, they should be able to make a pretty good run in the conference. On the girls' side of things, Macon County girls basketball tournament started up this week. Games Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then the finals on Saturday. Who do you like coming out of this field?
I'm going to take A&M. It's tough. I know Warrensburg's played real well, but I like the way A&M plays defense, and I think they can score enough with Carissa Burge, Jenny Rose Stringer, and also Janie House inside, Allie Dial as well inside. They got a nice balance, and I think they just play as intensive defense as I've seen.
The Raiders, the 2 seed, Warrensburg, the 1, and the Raiders really haven't missed a beat without Coach Morrow, who is now at St. T, number 3 seed. My pick to win it. I think they're starting to find it. They got the 3 seed without being a team that has been able to gel. They can really make some noise here. They're starting to get things together, learn the system. They had a lot of volleyball girls out, so I just look for them to be, the team that it can be, and it's kind of starting to get to that point.
It'll be fun to watch them in the tournament, absolutely.
Definitely in a possible second-round matchup between A&M and St. T.
Right.
Morrow's last team. So that should be fun. Make sure you check out hrpreps.com for full coverage of that tournament. We'll be out there all week long, and we'll catch you out there.